Do you know your real truths? Do you know why you do the things that you do? In life, in cooking, finding out your why is really, really important. And you might have to ask yourself why 7 times to get to the real truth. It's the power of the 7 whys today on the Carefree Cooks Code. I'm Chef Todd Moore, and this is the Carefree Cooks Code, every Tuesday live at noon Eastern. Here's our challenge. How can home cooks cook freely with creativity, confidence, and pride while ignoring recipes and still impressing themselves and others with what they cook? Well, the answer is found in becoming empowered with how cooking works, using dependable and repeatable methods of cooking that work for any ingredient, for any diet, and any desire, just like chefs do. And we'll know we've cracked it when everyone sees cooking as an exciting and rewarding way to improve their relationships, their lifestyles, and their health through better food and cooking. This is the Carefree Cooks Code. Yeah, welcome back, everyone. We're together again. It's the Carefree Cooks Code. We're together live every Tuesday at noon Eastern. And, no matter what your question is, if you got to find a recent video, you want to know what my live schedule is, something about your web cooking classes membership, it is all found in our new self-service automated help center. Don't wait for an answer. You can get it right away. You can find it yourself at webcookingclasses.com/help. And my live schedule, speaking of which, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday will be together. And if you've missed any of the classes, they're all at facebook.com/chef.todd.more/videos, because we're the Carefree Cooks. We create our own recipes. We bring friends and family together. We learn every time we cook, rather than become more frustrated. We create our own cooking style because we practice pro methods. We love our cooking. Stick to the script, Todd, will you? Look, there's no cooking today. I'm sorry to tell you. We're really not even going to talk about food today, because there's something that's so much more important than the results of your cooking, what happens after you apply everything. And that's really why you even start. Why are you cooking at all? So we're going to drill down into your true reasons and motivations for cooking today, whether you want to cook or whether you have to cook. Let's figure out what it is that makes you tick. And in about 30 minutes time, I will guarantee you're going to have a surge of confidence and pride if you find out the real reasons that you want to cook your own food at home and the real reasons that you want to be good at it. And by the time we get to the 7th why, you're going to know your motivation. You'll know. So stick around for this today. It's going to be really, really interesting. First, we have a true or false. Tell me in the comments section below, is this statement true or false? A grapefruit always has 12 sections. True or false in the comments section below. All right. Look, my students, one of the things that I hear so often, and I really do appreciate and love this, they tell me that they love my approach to teaching cooking. And I know this is true because I didn't invent cooking, obviously. I found a better way to explain it, is what I always say. But I appreciate the fact that people say they love my sense of humor. And I know I can be silly sometimes. It's a device I use to try and teach. But today I'm going to be a little bit more serious. And today I need 3 things from you. If you can promise me 3 things, please, I need your attention, all right? I need a little bit of your belief, okay? And I need a desire. I need a desire from you to address the fears that are keeping you from your real truth, okay? So attention, belief, and let's call it open mind to address these fears. So can we make that covenant together today, right? Can we? No, I guess we don't do that anymore. We used to do the blood brothers, or no, let's just agree, okay? We'll nod like the Japanese do. Okay, so Since I have your attention, your desire, we made this covenant together without exchanging blood or spit. Go ahead. Say hello to all your other carefree cooks today. Hi Dave. Hi, Bob. Hi, everyone. Hi, Joan. Say hello to everyone, but then let's listen carefully, okay? Let's have a less chat today because this is going to be a really powerful edition of the Carefree Cooks Code, because the story all starts back in January of 2019 when Heather and I had an opportunity to attend a big convention in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, this is a really large convention, but it's filled with people just like us. It's a gathering of more than 4,500 business owners, all who have the same goal that we do. And our goal, their goal, is to change the world. It's simple. Is to change the world and to help people find and achieve their true selves. It takes many different forms. And the people in this room, these are some of my heroes. Okay, my heroes are in the audience, the people that I've looked up to, the amazing people that have changed millions of lives all over the world for the better because they had a mission that turned into a business, just like Heather and I. That's what happened to us. And I'm really proud to say that at this convention, we won a very prestigious award for having one of the most effective programs in this huge community of life-changing businesses. It was humbling in this audience, this big audience here of some of the most successful businesses in the world, mostly because they have an attitude of gratitude, okay? Attitude of gratitude, but mostly because they're like me. Their primary mission is to encourage, is to enlighten, is to empower and lift other people, and that's what Web Cooking Classes is all about. So Heather and I, we were blown away to be honored among this community of people. And oh, did we party? Did we party that night, right? With this large audience of these really incredible, really motivating people. We heard one speaker in particular that really touched me, one life-changing speaker, and he's a guy named Dean Graziosi. He speaks about the habits that really successful people all have in common, no matter what these people are successful in. And I'll tell you, Dean changed my life in under 30 minutes because it's such a simple thing, but he helped me to understand why I do what I do. So, why? Why am I here every Tuesday sharing with you the things that it's taken me decades to learn? Why? Why am I spending hours giving away free live classes every Thursday and Saturday? Why do I spend so much time with the lifetime members of Web Cooking Classes, the people that have already paid for a membership? Why do I continue to do additional classes and do study halls on Wednesdays? You would think they already paid. I wouldn't bother with them anymore, right? That's not me. Well, why do I take so many hours every week answering hundreds of questions about cooking? I got to ask myself, why have I become so obsessed with helping other people? And it's not about money. I can definitely tell you that much. It takes very little money to get involved in our movement, to get involved in our community of carefree cooks. And I'll tell you what, I would do it for free. Anyway, I would do this if not a single person was watching today. And I can prove it to you because I've done it many times. A lot of you might know this video. You might recognize this. This is a farmer's market demo that I did. It's a bonus video in Web Cooking Classes Lesson Week 2, and I'm going to share a dirty little secret with you. There was nobody watching this demonstration. Not a single person, not a one, okay? Not a single person in the audience. We had set up about 25 chairs around my demo. There wasn't a butt in a single one of them, not a one. But I did the 40-minute demonstration anyway. I could have packed up and left. I did it anyway. And you're still watching it on video. I think I even pretend, I'm like, oh, do you want a taste? Would you like a taste? There was nobody there, And so over the past 20 plus years, I have held classes for nobody. I've done cooking demos where 0 people showed up, And I've taught cooking school classes for one student. I have lost money teaching empty classrooms or teaching one person, but I kept on doing it. I didn't care. You can't stop me, and I would do it again. So how Dean really changed my life was with this simple exercise that I want to share with you today. It's called the 7 whys, and it's a simple idea that anyone with a young child has experienced. A child will ask you a question, you answer it, and they immediately ask why, right? And then you answer that one. You have grandchildren? Anyone have young grandchildren out there? Why, Grandma? Because da-da-da-da. But why? Because da-da-da. It's never ending, right? If you have a kid or a grandchild, you know this can go on forever. And that's really all you've got to do to take part in this exercise. So I did the exercise during this conference. They give you a random partner, somebody I had never met before, and they pitch you the why questions. They ask you the why questions 7 times. It seems really easy. Trust me, it's not. When you get to question 5 and 6, you'll see you got to dig deep. It might even seem a little silly, but I can tell you the result is powerful and dramatic. So think about a child always answering a question with why. Okay, that's basically how it works. So here's how the 7 questions went for me, as I recall it. And again, it's business owners, so we're trying to get to the why. So the person asks me why. Why did you start web cooking classes in 2009? Okay, that's easy. I wanted to help millions of people all over the world improve their lives through better food and cooking. That's easy. That's why I did it. Well, why? Why did you want to help millions of people improve their lives through better food and cooking? Okay, it takes a little more thought. Well, I mean, it fulfills me, you know? It makes me feel amazing to help and serve others, and to share. Why? Why do you think it feels amazing for you to help and share other people? Okay, well, I figured out that cooking has been taught all wrong for decades, and it leads to people being frustrated. That's why. Number 4, why? Why do you think people are frustrated with cooking? My random partner asked me. Well, because people are eating disappointing food. I know they are. I don't make any judgments about the food anybody eats, but I know a lot of people are disappointed in it themselves, right? There's fast food, there's convenience foods, there's takeout foods. A lot of people are eating them more than they should be. That's why. Well, why? The person asked me, why do you care? Like, why do you want them to stop eating disappointing foods? Well, that was an easy one because it negatively affects your health. It affects your relationships. It kills your confidence, your energy, destroys social circles. It can ruin your outlook on life. It hurts your overall lifestyle. You know, and I got to that outlook on life and lifestyle part, and it started to get deeper for me. And this person started to dig deeper. And this is where number 6 and number 7, the answers go from logical to emotional, because why? Why do you care about people's lifestyles? The question came back to me. Why do I care, you know? Ultimately, it was because mine was so bad. I had to admit to myself that mine was so bad. So question 7 was, Todd, why do you think your lifestyle was so bad? And I started getting down to it, you know, and I started thinking about these times before I became a chef, before I discarded my entire life and went to culinary school, before I started teaching and reaching out to people, there was a time that I kind of hated my life. I hated my job. I was stuck on this boring treadmill of going to work, coming home, watching TV, eating bad food, going to sleep, going to work again. It's like a zombie life, you know? I never stopped to appreciate anything that was good. Everything was negative to me. I saw everything as another chore, as another day to get through. No art, no passion, no interaction with other people. I wasn't helping anybody else. I wasn't even helping myself. And I remember thinking to myself on at least one occasion, on my way to the job that I hated going to, what if I just got in a car accident? You know, not a bad one, not just like a fender bender, just a distraction, something exciting, like a fender bender would be exciting, something that meant that I wouldn't have to go to work, right? Oh my goodness, my monotonous experience, this whole existence, I'm thinking would have been improved by a car accident. And I get really emotional about this sometimes because it uncovered something deep. And the final part of the exercise is when your partner repeats it back to you so you can hear it. And my partner said, so you started web cooking classes because you didn't want people to suffer the way that you did. You had a talent, you had a desire that was bottled inside you that wasn't being used at all, and it brought you all your stress. Like an arrow to my heart. It was my deepest truth. Becoming obsessed with the way that cooking worked, it brought so much positivity to my life. It changed everything. It made me feel like I was moving forward instead of being stagnant, instead of wishing for a car accident, right? I couldn't wait to get to work or get to school at the time. Who can I motivate? Who can I touch today? Who can I empower with a new idea that changes their life? Right? That this is, now I have a purpose. Now I have an excitement. I have an appreciation for the art of cooking. I have a confidence in what a successful dish brings out. And I knew I had to share this experience with everybody. It meant that much to me. But you know, I never knew the real reason I do what I do. So now I need to turn it around on you. What's your why? I really want you to do this because it's that powerful. Ask yourself, why are you interested in cooking better? Why are you involved in this community? What is your true motivation in doing this? Are you making a commitment to it? Do you have an end goal, a place that you want to be, a place that you see yourself? Look, it's said that all motivations come down to health, wealth, or relationships. That's it. Health, wealth, or relationships. I'll start you off. So are any of those your why? Why? Why do you want to improve your health? Or are you generously giving of yourself, cooking for someone else to help improve their health? Why? Why are you doing that? Why? Why do you want better relationships through food and cooking? Really think about this. Ask why 7 times. Every time you get an answer, ask why again. Why do you want to save money by cooking at home instead of expensive takeout or convenience foods? And, you know, I've had people tell me things like they want to be at their grandchild's wedding, and healthy eating, they believe, will get them there. A goal like being at your grandchild's wedding. That's an awesome why. Maybe if your family is scattered all over the country or in the same town, but scattered with different responsibilities, and your why is just having a meal together around the same table, I would say your why is strengthening family bonds, right? This is the time that you get to talk to your kids or your grandkids or your family. This is the dinner table is when people connect. And this is when you guide kids. This is when you teach them. The kitchen is one of the best places in the house to make better adults. I can prove it to you, but that's another show. So what could be more important than that, right? Food is expensive. And maybe your why could be saving money at the grocery store. Or maybe you turn it around and you want to start a food-related business. You've always wanted to do that. And your why could be providing for your family through your professional cooking, right? It's a great why, but go deeper, deeper, deeper. Why? Why do you want to improve your health? Why do you want to strengthen family bonds? Why do you want to save money or start a business? Go deeper yet still and ask yourself why. Because when you get past the flippant, logical answers and you get down to the emotional answers, that's when you find passion. That's when you find your truth as to the enjoyment of what you do. Maybe your grandmother wasn't at your wedding, right? That's always bothered you. Maybe your parents were very busy. They worked all the time and you didn't have a family dinner that you do want to give to your children or grandchildren. Maybe you were one of those adults that I talked to that as a kid, you were told that the kitchen is a very dangerous place. You can cut yourself, you can burn yourself. It is no place for a child. How do you think you feel about food and cooking today if you were told that? That's the why that's going to come out. Why? Why are you so concerned with precise measurements? Why are you so concerned with oven temperatures and how long to cook something? Why do you think that it has to be that way? Ask yourself why. And then go even deeper. Why wasn't your grandmother at your wedding? If that's your motivation forward and you understand why going past, maybe she did have nutrition or food or health problems that come out another way in the way you want to cook nutritious meals for your family. Why didn't your family eat together as a kid? And what about your lifestyle maybe that you can change to get the result for your kids or grandkids that you didn't get for yourself, right? Why are you spending so much money on food? What could you do to save more money? Why? And keep asking yourself why. Go deeper and deeper and ask why. Why? It's heady, isn't it? It's really mindful. And if you're watching me today, which I guess you are, dumb statement. What I mean to say is if you've seen any of my videos in the past, if you've been following me since the original cooking course in 2008, I got to ask you why. Why have you been watching me for so long? I mean, get serious about this, right? Have your spouse or a friend ask you these questions, pitch them to you, because it's going to get serious. You know, there's somebody you're going to need to trust because you may uncover something deep the way that I did. And look, when somebody asks you why food and cooking is important, don't just say something like, oh, I cook because I love to eat. That's not deep enough. You know, then why? Why? And ask why to that. And when you get an answer, ask why to that. And when you ask yourself why 7 times, you're going to get to a really powerful place. I'm telling you. Because when you know your true heart, when you know your real emotional reason that good food and cooking are important to you, you're going to be shocked how this just like flips a switch and lights a fire under your goals. And then when you see them clearly, when you understand your motivations and you see the horizon and where you want to be, it's amazing how much more quickly you reach them. And in getting these awards, and the awards don't mean near as much as the number of people. The reason that I got that award, Heather and I share that award, is because of what we've done for people everywhere. And if your goals have anything to do with enjoying the food you cook at home, I want to help you. I really, really do. For the past 12 plus years, I've helped hundreds of thousands, really, of people find their true passion in cooking. Tens of thousands of them have become lifetime members in web cooking classes. And remember, you know, one of those very first whys, I created web cooking classes not only to teach cooking and help millions of people all over the world, but after I was asked 6 more questions, I came to my true purpose in life. And that was really to help you avoid the terrible spot that I was in back then. The empty life that I hated, the sleepwalking through life without passion or art or sharing or helping or empowering, the life that would have been excited by a car accident, you know? My journey in changing my entire life, quitting that horrible job, enrolling in culinary school, it gave me this beam of light, this positive outlook, an idea of abundance instead of scarcity. And all I could think of was how much I loved figuring it all out and how much I wanted to share it with everyone else. And, you know, this works for anything in your life. I just applied it today to my motivations and my cooking. So ask yourself things like, why are my friends so important to me? Ask yourself, why do I want to be the provider for my family? Why am I the security person, right, for my family? And why do I donate time? Why do I donate money to charity? These are very positive things that you can find your true motivation about, but you can also use the 7 whys to unravel the reasons for behaviors maybe that you want to change. You get the idea? If you're self-aware, you might want to ask, why? Why do I get angry so quickly? I don't know. Why? Why do I get jealous over something? Why do I covet something? I think I'm missing something. I think somebody has something that I should get. Why? Why do I think these ways? Why do I sense tension and anxiety so much? And if you ask yourself these 7 whys each time and give yourself an honest answer each time, then you might get to the real truth that you never thought was lying underneath. Because, oh my God, there is so much more waiting for you if you just recognize where you want to go and move toward it purposely, with intention, seeing the finish line, being honest with yourself about why you're doing it. And I want to help you get to that place, sincerely. Look, whether you've joined us in web cooking classes, whether you're a lifetime member or not, if you like the free classes that I give 2-3 times a week, regardless, you've paid for lessons or you haven't, I want you to know that I still really do care about your cooking success. It means everything to me. And honestly, it means everything to you also. If we're being honest, to you, it means your health. It means your family. It means confidence. It might mean freedom to you in diet. It might mean money. But look, it's just so important. And especially today, in this environment, oh my goodness, I would regret it so deeply if I didn't do everything I could so that everybody sees cooking as a fun and rewarding way to improve their lifestyle, their relationships, and their health. It means that much to me. And I hope it means that much to you, enough to ask yourself why 7 times. I got another question for you. What do you think? Do all grapefruits have a dozen sections? Well, let me give you a hint. In test taking, as a professor, college professor, I could tell you whenever you see an absolute, something like all grapefruit or always has, I would choose false. All right. Most grapefruit do have 12 sections, but some can have up to 14. And the number of sections actually has to do with the female flowering part of the plant. We're not botanists. I'm not going to go into that. I will tell you the grapefruits from the Caribbean, originally from Jamaica, believed it is a cross. It's a hybrid between a pomelo, which if you've seen in the Caribbean is a huge volleyball-sized thing with a thick skin, and an orange, a sweet orange. It's called grapefruit, obviously much bigger than a grape, but called grapefruit because it grows in clusters that look like giant grapes. And now most of the grapefruit are grown in Florida, not in Jamaica. But anyway, false is the answer. I digress. Look, hey, if you know someone that would benefit from this exercise, and you saw what it did to me, it's really powerful. If you know someone that really should be asking themselves the 7 whys of just about any topic, not just cooking, then please like this video and share it with them, even if they ask you why you did it. Okay? Oh, and my latest free online class answers the question coming at me from all angles lately. People always asking me, how do you know what foods go together? And this is the last weekend coming up that I'm going to remind you about this class. We got to move on to something else. So catch some of the classes between now and this weekend if you can. This class I created to answer this question. It's called Become a Food Matchmaker, 5 steps to choosing the perfect combination of flavors in your cooking. And if you want to start matching how you cook to the item you're cooking and know which aromatic vegetables to use, what kind of sauce to prepare, and how to use the herbs and spices to complement the dish. God, that seems like a lot, right? This free class is for you. Just go to webcookingclasses.com/match. Thanks for being with me today. We'll be together again live next Tuesday as we take another step to cracking the Carefree Cooks Code. Until then, it's Chef Todd reminding you that there's a method to your cooking success. Bye, everyone.